At Manjula Verma, number 45.
Because here she is taking enforcement of 2009.
No one appears for the petition in the second round. List next week. Yeah. उसके बाद है.
Number 33 with connected matter. I have
Yes.
I was considering my argument for I got judgment. In the mid of the judgment, the time was over. It was continuing for my arguments.
My lord said that they'll refer to the application when we take it up.
Where is
Not
that?
maybe
Where is
the
that?
application of the article, that
So there are two applications.
Because we have a very strong objection to these applications that have been filed.
All right, so
Hearing after my lord's commenced hearing in the matter on 29th applications are filed in the Supreme Court.
please let the court go through the applications, then let the court decide. Yeah. Yeah. The first one is 1248. Which one do you want us to take up first? 1248. अच्छा ठीक है ठीक ठीक. We'll take it up there. Overlapping issues in Guddu Singh are pending. Where is Guddu Singh's order?
The last supplied.
from state of.
Actually, their prayer is that the various appointments made by the various states. Last 1 to 5 hour basis notification issued by NCT, which is watched by the Honorable Court, will appear 5068 of 28 Devesh Sharma. But they in terms of the whole application, this application, the petition be heard along with Guru Singh. Because ultimately it will be state.
Guddu Singh is for what? For transfer.
Guru Singh is a petition pending to the Honorable Supreme Court. Issues are already being.
Guddu Singh is against what?
It is. I think how from the state.
What order?
They are challenging.
What is the order passed by the Allahabad High Court? Okay, directly. Who is seeking?
So in fact, I am appearing in that Guddu Singh matter. I can assist my lords that what is the issue there. I myself am appearing in that matter.
That application taken one by one.
If I can clarify, because I am appearing in that matter in Guddu Singh, that is an SLP by the DLED candidates, my lords. That has nothing to do with this issue. I myself am appearing in that matter.
Let the state council finish her up.
Very well, my lord.
Yes.
To say things. I am going to say.
What is the prayer in Guddu Singh?
Yes, Guddu Singh.
This is for quashing of the appointments of PID appointees.
Yes.
Paper.
We have read that.
Yes, and good to see.
पोस्ट कर दे उनका। Clearly, no point. Also for council appointments. Other subs stage person terms standing. I think the advertisement this 28/6/18. When was the advertisement issued here? MP?
Here was minus equal,
Date of advertisement.
Prior to
You launched it on the Neptune model. That High Court order is under Chinese deviation.
No, that advertisement must have been issued after this notification of NCT.
Yes, my lords. My lords, Madhya Pradesh has two advertisements. The first advertisement was issued for conduct of teacher eligibility test, which was 3rd January 2020, which was postponed. The test came to be conducted only on 5th of March 2022. If my lords may take the state affidavit paragraph 19, my lords will find the two dates on which even the appointment orders were issued and advertisements were issued. The second advertisement is 26/11/2020.
Anyway, it was after the notification.
After notification on the NCT, 2018.
But my lords, the conduct of exam and the selection, the appointments took place after the judgment of the Rajasthan High Court.
All right.
After the judgment of
Just a
Rajasthan.
minute. All right. Just a minute.
The advertisement is the 19/10/2022. The also to sign it. The first advertisement is 19.
No, that is incorrect. That is incorrect.
Starts with 2018, when the teacher eligibility test was taken out. That is the first.
That was the only process here. That was the only process.
Examination.
That was also 6 months.
No, that was in 2018.
That was in 2018, your lordship.
That's incorrect.
Please tell us about your application. What's
Another aspect of this state today also. If they have more clarification, application, they will.
We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take the first one first. 1, 2, 4. Yes.
The application, I did 148. Questions are for round of a transfer petition will be moved.
That is Kesari Nandan.
Basic. Happy connect.
Kesari Nandan seeks transfer of this case to the Supreme Court.
Along the
Connected petitions.
Which connected? Listed today. Listed today. All right. What about the other application?
the other application moved, yesterday, the application for referring the name of the petition. The ground that anything has been filed for the government stage. Clarification for the, Devesh Sharma's.
That is prospective in nature. That we clarify that it is prospective in nature. That is their prayer. Now, if that is allowed, I will just make a submission that your lordship need not to go on merits of the case then. The merits of the case would have been valid whether the judgment is prospective in nature or not. If the judgment, just wait, if the judgment violates, if the lordship stand that judgment is not prospective in nature, the consequences would be a revision. If the lordship stand that judgment is prospective in nature, all those appointed will be saved. Now, the very same thing they are sought from the Honorable Supreme Court. So, all these petitions can be disposed of if the clarification application before the Supreme Court is dismissed. That is not prospective in nature, the consequences will follow. And if it is allowed, then all appointments will be safeguarded. These petitions are need not to be satisfied that case.
No, just to yes.
It's not.
The state. No, this.
As simple as my learned. That it is not.
No, this question is to the state. There was some matter of Bhagwan Krishna. Bhagwan Krishna was the region of India,
Bihar.
state of Bihar.
Clarify
Let us see the present petition is instituted by.
that, my lord.
Where appointment has not been issued, that was in respect of application issued in year 2023.
23.
30th May 2020, the Bhagwan Krishna's, subsequently, no appointment has been made in respect to that. Stand for a complete, for the Bhagwan Krishna's case.
Bhagwan Krishna judgment was taken by reclaim
By London,
reclaim
government violence should at bar be with very correct facts.
one of the relief
Claim
claim
of responsible officer of the bar.
one of the relief claim with the Bhagwan Krishna is to be read first.
Before reading, Patna High Court judgment was, Patna High Court was from state of Bihar, and said that appointments have to be taken away. All those appointments have to be quelled. That was I was reading.
Relief
Now, Bhagwan Gita was out there.
relief clause was never read by them.
They misled me, continue with Patna High Court.
Let them complete
I
that.
am extremely sorry. I read the prayers in Bhagwan Krishna. I have given the compilation to my lords. And the very first part of that compilation is the prayers made in Bhagwan Krishna before the Honorable Supreme Court. For somebody to turn around and said that we haven't read the prayers in Bhagwan Krishna is completely misleading and incorrect. If my lords will only take that compilation and my lords will find there
Let the
everything.
state complete. Let the state complete the arguments on both the IS. One they have completed. What about the other one? So this issue, according to you, is pending and has not yet been touched upon by the Supreme Court, or not decided rather. It has not yet been decided that it should be prospective or retrospective.
Yes, whether the appointments, whether should be saved or not. In fact, Your Lordship, this position that is arising in the state of NP does not arise anywhere in the, except in Himachal Pradesh, the appointments have been there. But there also the appointments have been saved by the Honorable Supreme
Now,
Court.
what is the uniqueness of this state's this situation prevailing in this state?
Pursuant to the rules that were framed in 2018. Yeah, issued for conducting an incident. Thereafter, Your Lordship, after the teacher eligibility test, the equipment,
Well, this notification which was quashed is dated
28/6/2018.
28/6. 28/6. No, this applies to everyone.
But
28/6/18. Now, when was the advertisement issued in MP? 6th of January 20. The eligibility condition was B.Ed.
Even DLED could, DLED, B.Ed,
Both. Yes, then
Lordship, the eligibility test was conducted in the month of March 22.
March 22, the test. All right. This is TT. TT was there. All right, yes.
Lordship, the advertisement was issued and appointment order had been issued much prior to the order passed by the Honorable Apex Court.
advertisement was issued on 19/10/2022. Not
When
just the date.
when was the appointment?
Before that, there was a recruitment advertisement. That was on
Much prior to the order passed by the Honorable Apex Court, which was in 10 around 30th of March, the appointment orders had started being issued.
30th March. 30th March 22
23.
or 23.
2023.
23 onwards, appointments were issued. Yes.
Yes.
Even prior to the issuance of the passing of the order passed by the Honorable Supreme Court, the appointments had been made in the state of NP.
Okay. This was 11/8/23 is the judgment.
Yes.
Yes.
May I clarify? 2021, the Rajasthan High Court query was issued. The recruitment advertisement was issued on 19/10/2022. So TEP examination was nothing to do with the recruitment advertisement.
So when did the Rajasthan?
19/10/2022.
So please give us in sequence. The Rajasthan High Court when it was quashed.
My lords, may I assist you if my lords will permit?
25.
My lords.
21. The advertisement is on 19th October 2022. Now, this is why where the intention did not want to come up with this date. The recruitment took place in view of this advertisement of 19/10/2022. The first advertisement, the second advertisement was on 26th November 2022.
After TET, there must have been another selection.
Yes.
Where
After
what?
TET issued an advertisement for pick up the course of primary teaching in 19/10/2022.
My lords, that is 19th October 2022.
Advertisement is 19.
October 2022.
Alright, and the appointments.
Is 2020, Lordship, 2020, Lordship.
Sharma judgment was in on 11th of August.
Dinesh Sharma judgment was 25/11/21 with Rajasthan, I think.
Yes, my lord.
No.
Rajasthan 11/2021. Supreme Court judgment was on 11th August 2020.
Lordship,
23.
humble submission, Lordship. सब कुछ डेट की इसमें क्लैरिफिकेशन, लॉर्डशिप जो रिक्रूट मध्य प्रदेश का लॉर्डशिप, इट इज पब्लिश इन 2020 लॉर्डशिप, 2020 में लॉर्डशिप इसका रिक्रूटमेंट आया लॉर्डशिप, नियोजन इसका स्टार्ट हुआ लॉर्डशिप 2022 में, और जो केसी नंदन और जो पिटिशनर है लॉर्डशिप, ये पहले एग्जाम में पार्टिसिपेट हुए और उसके बाद इन्होंने चैलेंज किया लॉर्डशिप। लॉर्डशिप यहाँ पर कुछ फैक्ट्स जो है छुपाए जा रहे हैं इस लॉर्डशिप। 2020 में नोटिफिकेशन आया है और उसी के नोटिफिकेशन के आधार पर पूरे नियोजन किए गए लॉर्डशिप। मतलब एग्जाम जो है दैट इज बेस्ड ऑन नोटिफिकेशन ऑन रिलीज बाय ESB एम्प्लॉय सिलेक्शन बोर्ड इन 2020 एंड आफ्टर दैट they challenge this notification after participating in the examinations. जब इन्होंने लॉर्डशिप
The recruitment process should in fact started when the TET examination was TET test, the teacher eligibility test was advertised.
25/11/21.
That is 6 months.
Oh, yeah. Nobody has prepared a synopsis.
No, I will not, it is there in my.
Updates. Is it there with them?
My lords, would my lords take paragraph 19 and 20 of the state's affidavit? All the dates and the appointments are mentioned therein. It is the affidavit filed by the state of Madhya Pradesh. Not at all. The court passed an order that appointments, if any made, will be subject to the outcome of the special petition or the appeal pending. But the court did not stay the Rajasthan High Court judgment.
But what is distinguishing is that Rajasthan does
if
not have
lordship
the
will allow
roles
lordship,
that
may I
the
make a
MP
humble
has.
When you lordship
State
was
rules are there for MP.
passed an order that appointments in this writ petition, appointment state of Madhya Pradesh will await the Devesh Sharma's judgment and all appointments shall take place outcome of the writ petition. Then, my lords, these B.Ed candidates moved an MA in Devesh Sharma's case that our appointments are subject to
I'm
the
sorry.
outcome of the Sharma's judgment. That was dealt with by the Honorable Supreme Court.
Supreme Court, and one of the Supreme Court, prior to that, the orders were passed. After these applications were filed, no fresh orders with regard to these ideas were passed. It's
Yes.
absolutely incorrect. I filed the explanation, and in that manner, I filed all those order sheets. This
No,
is
the
absolutely
MP. But MP has rules. These rules have not been tested also.
lordship, some chronology and the most important facts, lordship, if you allow lordship, may I make a humble request, lordship. 2020 में मध्य प्रदेश प्राथमिक परीक्षा निकलती लॉर्डशिप 2020 में, जिसमें एनसीटी के रूल्स को 2018 को फॉलो किया जाता लॉर्डशिप इन द सेम में लॉर्डशिप 2021 में इनका फॉर्म होते हैं लॉर्डशिप 2022 में इनका एग्जामिनेशन कंडक्ट होता लॉर्डशिप राजस्थान रीट की एग्जामिनेशन निकलते लॉर्डशिप 2021 में जिन्होंने बीएड को शामिल नहीं किया होता है लॉर्डशिप एंड बीएड कैंडिडेट जो देवेश शर्मा लॉर्डशिप वो हाई कोर्ट में चैलेंज करता है उनके पिटीशन लॉर्डशिप हम उनकी पिटीशन और हमारी पिटीशन में कोई सिमिलैरिटी नहीं लॉर्डशिप जो हमारे यहाँ जो माननीय हाई कोर्ट जबलपुर में जिन्होंने चैलेंज किया लॉर्डशिप दे आर कैंडिडेट ऑफ बीएड अपॉइंट दे आर कैंडिडेट और लॉर्डशिप जो हाई कोर्ट राजस्थान में जो चैलेंज किया लॉर्डशिप दे आर द कैंडिडेट ऑफ बीएड अपॉइंट लॉर्डशिप इनको शामिल नहीं किया गया और जब माननीय हाई कोर्ट ने ये माना राजस्थान हाई कोर्ट ने कि जो एनसीटी का गैजेट जो है ये सही नहीं है तब ये हाई कोर्ट मध्य प्रदेश में लॉर्डशिप बीएड ने यहाँ पर चैलेंज किया लॉर्डशिप एग्जाम में पार्टिसिपेशन करने के बाद अगर इनको दिक्कत थी लॉर्डशिप देन दे कैन चैलेंज दिस इश्यूज इन 2018 और 2022 आल्सो लॉर्डशिप एंड 22 आल्सो लॉर्डशिप उसके बाद लॉर्डशिप देवेश शर्मा के जजमेंट को लेकर के इन्होंने ये कहा कि ये एक्चुअल सिमिलर पिटीशन है लॉर्डशिप जबकि सिमिलर पिटीशन बिल्कुल नहीं लॉर्डशिप उसके बाद लॉर्डशिप जब देवेश शर्मा का जजमेंट आया लॉर्डशिप, देखेंगे लॉर्डशिप 11 अगस्त 2023 को लॉर्डशिप, उसमें भी माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने लॉर्डशिप सारी पास्ट जो अपॉइंटमेंट्स को सेव किया है अंडर क्लॉज 36 लॉर्डशिप विद लॉर्डशिप.
All right. No, we are just hearing you. We can't see you. So anyway, who was speaking? Which window was speaking? We don't know.
Lordship.
Mr. Dinesh.
One Mr. Dinesh Singh Chauhan, if we can see it on our screen. I think the gentleman is now on the screen.
On behalf of internal lordship, B.Ed appointees lordship, जिन्होंने 2020 के अकॉर्डिंग जो है लॉर्डशिप अपॉइंटमेंट लिया था.
So Chauhan, the B.Ed appointee representation is already here. Don't worry, your case will be represented by them. Yeah.
But लॉर्डशिप मैं बस लॉर्डशिप सामने कुछ फैक्ट्स रखता था. लॉर्डशिप की बोला गया इसमें कि 2022 में रिक्रूटमेंट निकली.
All right, we'll hear you later.
Lordship. On the basis of that recruitment, on the basis of that notification, all the appointments have passed lordship.
All right, yes.
Finding is paid before the Honorable Supreme Court. It's listed on the
Hmm.
second.
2nd of
2nd of February.
February.
If I get over a bunch of leave.
Take this. 2nd of February. All right, so what is the harm in waiting for another week?
Previously, lordship passed the order that we will be waiting for unapproved application outcome. Same application being by the candidates of B.Ed that it should be declared prospective in nature. Arnab Ghosh was listed with the very same bench which delivered the Devesh Sharma's case. Arnab Ghosh was dismissed. Now, once that was dismissed after hearing all the parties, they came up with the transfer petition. Transfer petition came up in a matter of UP under Article 32. Lordships were not satisfied. Then they moved this application. This application, your lordship will kindly see the prayer made by the state of MP in this
So,
application.
Mr. Counsel, it is all the more better that we have a clear-cut verdict from a higher court.
But what is the clear? That is why they moved an application to the Supreme Court that let it be clarified whether the Devesh Sharma is prospective in nature or not.
Yeah.
So I pose the question to myself. If the Devesh Sharma's application is dismissed, what would be the outcome of it? Whether they would be making submission of prospectivity or not, or the aspect of prospectivity then will not be taken away before this honorable court. If it is allowed that it is prospective in nature, then nothing remains in this petition. This petition become infructuous because all appointments made, they are saved.
We'll record the undertaking that once that is decided, they will argue the.
I will not take up issue of prospectivity then.
No, that will have to be decided by the court. Yeah.
Since all the application, this is what I am submitting. Can you see the prayer before the honorable Supreme? The thing is, then left for this honorable court to decide if their prayer is entered. Can you see about that prayer? Which they have not, at least I have not interpreted in between. Can you see the prayer? In the application today they have submitted.
For the region.
No, please.
If nothing survives, they are left.
Can I interject for half a minute? The aspect of prospectivity is already concluded by the Supreme Court, both in Bhagwan and subsequently in B.Ed Chhatra. My lords, the prayer made in both the cases was to the effect that all the recruitment process which had started previously prior to the judgment of the Supreme Court, the judgment Devesh should not apply to recruitment processes which had commenced prior. And those petitions have been dismissed by the Supreme Court.
Rodan, I'm so sorry.
In fact,
1 minute.
Rodan, I'm so sorry.
We'll do is, see,
sorry
we'll do is, discuss these matters next week. And till then you get an order from there clarified. Unless you want to defer, we'll come to know if it is deferred, that means you want to defer. You just want to defer it. And you don't want to argue it. That will be very clear. If you don't argue, wait a second.
My lords, may recall, can I just take 30 seconds?
So then we'll get the matter.
Can I just take 30 seconds?
Please wait, anyone who is speaking between, please wait for a minute. The following reliefs have been paid for in the application.
No, which application are you talking about?
The application which they have moved today for deferral. on the pretext that they come to the last 8. This is what we are prayer in the MAs. The following reviews have been prayed for in the application.
There's no such sentence here.
This is their application.
IA 1396 of
1396 of the 2024. Please come to para 2.
Para 2.
It is most respectfully submitted that considering the issue involved in the matter, the state government has filed an MA before the Honorable Supreme Court seeking clarification on the final order and judgment dated 11/8/2023. Passed in civil appeal number this and this, Devesh Sharma versus of Union of India, registered as diary number this and this. The following reviews have been prayed for in the application. Clarify the final order and judgment dated 11/8/2023, passed in civil appeal number 5068/2023 and other connected matters so as to make the said judgment prospectively applicable. Now, Malal sir, today, tomorrow that application is allowed. That is prospective in nature, Malal. All these repetitions become infectious. What have taken place has taken place. Everyone is safe. It's very good. If it is so dismissed, that application as was dismissed in Bhagwan Krishna in Arnab Ghosh, if it is dismissed, Malal, then the issue of prospectivity no more becomes res integra before this honorable court to be decided.
That is incorrect.
MP.
That's incorrect.
Clarification from the honorable Supreme Court, and if it is that is dismissed, they then will take up the arguments that the judgment is prospective.
That is incorrect.
We show the case law.
We'll post it next week. We'll post it next week and see the bona fides.
What I'm submitting is that if the application is dismissed,
We mentioned-
prospectivity aspect,
We-
they will not argue.
No, we-
Before two votes.
Don't preempt something. Let us
No,
see
in
what
fact,
they.
My
My lords would recall.
My lords may just appreciate one thing. Previously, the matter was adjourned before my lords by saying Arnab is pending. Now another application has been doctored to ask for a clarification. That application is not an application for clarification, is more in the nature of a review in any case. The Supreme Court, these applications do not get listed. They normally rejected by the registry itself because these are in the nature of a review. This is what happened in Arnab Ghosh. Now this matter will be kept pending for another time to say that we have filed an application which is considering. My lords, in Bhagwan as well as in the Bihar matter, the same reliefs were asked.
None of you want to really argue the matter. Maybe the petitioner wants to argue, the other side doesn't want to argue. Now,
We
in
want
such a
to argue.
situation, it's
We
very
are
difficult to
ready
conduct.
to argue, my lords. We are ready to argue.
No.
We are
No.
ready to argue.
No, there has to be a consensus so far as readiness is concerned. The moment
There can't be a consensus in this.
it's very, very difficult to hear.
No, my lord would have to take a strict view. There can't be a consensus because they are sitting on the
We will
job.
we will see the bona fides of the state government on the next. We'll write down in the order that they are repeatedly trying to defer the matter. And we'll say that. And it does not appear that their actions are bona fide, but yet we are granting them time to seek a clarification. We'll say that and we'll post it next week.
Please see the that is what kind of I beg to be excused for that. Not please see time constraint this year. I'm lacking. I'm not at all for the state government. I have been always charging.
No, the blame is on the state government, not on you.
That will show the order in the Supreme Court.
My learned friend is going to cook up a send it at the Honorable Supreme Court with my law drawing on the one side. It's not like I will not record it. I was making submission, they moved the application today itself. Last occasion, the application was moved on the very same day. This is their tag.
Because on the same very ground, the state of Bihar went and got the SLP dismissed on the same very ground. One of the state has gone seeking prospective implementation and the SLP was dismissed. It is a part
There
of
is
the
no,
compilation.
all
When the
said and
state
done,
of-
there is no
when-
such application.
Madam,
I'm so sorry.
1 minute, please. 1 minute, please.
You please.
When the
don't
state of
misrepresent.
Bihar has already gone, why should the state of MP be given another treatment? Is the
Okay,
question
so
that I put
whatever
myself.
happens in one state, my friend means to state that it will be binding on all other states.
My lord may kindly keep it in the next week.
simply a post.
We will have to record some of the, we'll make some observation.
I have no problem next week. But just now, Lord, me and Janvi, we have seen that judgment, Lord, that case is listed on 7/3/2024.
Which case?
Same Lord. Why not unnecessarily every date of
I
hearing?
am sorry. Guddu Singh is about the Siksha Mitras. It is not about
Guddu Singh is not.
issue.
The problem is, Lord,
Once your movie, I am very
much silent when my learned friend is addressing.
We are only referring to the transfer petition of the state.
Yeah.
The transportation is not even maintainable.
So that
My Lord is saying next week we have no problem.
Not the, Mr. Kalra is not the judge. It's whether it is maintainable or not.
I'm
It's for
making
the
my
honorable
argument. You
court.
please, ma'am, please.
who had made this application earlier? There was another application for preponement. No, that was preponement.
The
Deferment was.
It was
One more thing I want to say, Lord, because there is one more thing. One application was made, my Lord, before the Supreme Court, in which an allegation was made, Lord, that all those Lord who have been appointed already, their appointment should be cancelled. That idea, my learned friend is not reading. That idea has also been dismissed. That I have filed with my IA 1239. Idea I have filed. Lord, my Lord may just, that has been dismissed.
That is an underpost and underpost itself.
No. I have filed a copy. No one has filed a copy. I have filed a copy of that order, Lord, and I have made a categorical submission in this idea of mine, Lord. Please see this idea of mine, Lord. In this, they have specifically stated.
My lords, the orders passed by my lords in the past dates would clearly show that what is the conduct of other side, my lords. Because they are in job, it is in their best interest to delay these proceedings. And one or the other ground, every time they will get, my lords. One or the
But
other.
I'm taking strong exception. We have
My
not
lords
asked
will
for
have to
adjournment
take a
even
view.
today.
If my lords will have to take, madam, if you don't let me speak, that is not right, please. I'm not interjecting when you are speaking.
To remain in job, the state want to take them in job, continue them in job despite the fact that Honorable Supreme Court says that they can't teach, they are untrained. And they want to safeguard them.
They are better qualified than you. Please see, every time they mention the case of Arnav Ghosh. And we see Arnav Ghosh, they misled this court by getting it recorded in the order sheet. Arnav Ghosh was a case where the appointments were yet to be made. And it was stated before this court that these are the appointees.
Yes.
This is absolutely incorrect. Firstly, secondly, Bhagwan Krishna's case. Again, they made an incorrect statement in Bhagwan Krishna's case. They did not read the complete prayer clause. Supreme Court picked up only one clause A. Otherwise, there are clause B, C, and D. B, C, and D, where the specific prayer was made to quash the appointment, that was not entertained, and Supreme Court said the petition stands dismissed in respect of SLP stands dismissed in respect of other clauses. That was not read. Every time all the efforts are made.
All right. Have you filed your return? Lies there.
Yes.
And still you don't want to argue. All right, fine, we'll observe something.
In fact, my lord would consider recording that these are some of the interveners who lost in Supreme Court and have now come as a second chance.
Yeah, acceded to your request, you cannot prevent us from posing certain observations
Very well.
or making it subject to certain conditions. Yeah. Or maybe cost. Because the impression that we are getting since the last so many days is that your only intention is to save those B.Ed appointees and not to argue the matter, which is unfortunate. You should argue the matter. If you really want to go and achieve that objective of saving those, argue the matter on their behalf if you want. Otherwise, this transfer petition would not have been filed in the first place. If you had trust in the court, you don't have trust in the court. That means it's as simple as that. Why file a transfer petition then?
The state has to collect 11,000, more than 11,000 appointments have been.
Right. They are interested in saving the appointees rather than arguing the matter.
It's not a question of saving. Arrangements also.
No, what is the job of a state council? To argue or to save somebody? Now, please answer the question.
The question, one of you,
Please answer the question first.
my submission is.
Please answer the question first. The question is very straight. It has to be yes or no.
The state has to abide by the law. The question would be,
Now, what is that law? Please tell us.
law about, please see, the law is not straight as it is being projected. As the Supreme Court said that in David Sharma's case, that the candidates who are.
So then please argue the matter.
We are ready. We are not.
Don't file transfer petitions.
State, the transfer petition is filed.
The moment you file it, what impression do you give?
Transfer petition has been filed, what I can assume, Lord, they might be wanting to avoid conflicting decisions from various courts. It is not that state government does not have any faith in
The decision has come.
community at my command.
The decision-
Never the intention of
The
state
decision has come from the Supreme Court. That is the end of the matter. Now only it has to be decided whether they are to be saved or not to be saved. Please argue on that question. It is as simple as that.
In fact, in my humble submission, my lords, whether they are to be saved has also been decided by the Supreme Court. We have put those prayers on record. My lord would just see the
Please.
prayer for a minute.
If
Then it has been decided for so many
if
states
there
that they
is
are not to
any
be
direction,
If
if there is any direction from the Supreme Court of saving them, please point out.
In
That's
fact, there's
simple.
a direction to the contrary.
No. I'm so sorry. There's no, not a single case
You
where
can't be
B.Ed
interjecting me on
candidates have
every.
been
You can't be
ousted.
interjecting me on every statement,
There is-
please.
I'm not
Let me complete,
interjecting.
please.
My lord, there is not a single order of the Honorable Supreme Court
Alright, so
ousting
that
a
means
single
you
B.Ed.
want to distinguish that, do it, argue the
Yes,
matter.
no, we are
As
ready.
simple as that.
Once the petitioner finishes, we'll argue. We have no problem.
Because they don't allow the matter to be started every time there is an
No,
objection.
we never
Whether
did.
it's a pendency of Arnab Ghosh, the last times that I appeared, the plea was taken, Arnab Ghosh is pending. Arnab Ghosh got dismissed, finished, completed out there. Then the plea was taken, Guddu Singh. If we had the opportunity, I would have placed that petition before my lords. It related to Shiksha Mitras and cut off marks for the Shiksha Mitras for those exams. It did not have anything to do with this. Be that as it may, now applications have been filed one way or the other. They just don't want to argue the matter at all because the people are continuing in the jobs.
Let us not go into that. We are
Patna High Court says all B.Ed appointees have to be removed from service. This is what the last paragraph of Patna High Court says. So, Bhagwan Krishna was dealing with those who were already appointed.
Patna High Court has
Patna High Court is in state of
We
Bihar.
have to-
Clarify that.
Patna High Court has been challenged before the Supreme Court.
B.Ed candidates cannot consider eligible for
We'll
appointment.
post it. We'll
It
post
It has been challenged.
was one to Alfred Town.
Alright.
Separated for one of
We
the
will post it next week because of the second and they are saying, and also make certain observations on the conduct. The last so many hearings, they are trying to defer. It seems that they are intentionally doing it.
Not my request is that.
Yes.
My lords.
We consider imposing some cost on them, my lords. It should come as a deterrent.
You may also say that you've lost trust in the court.
No, that is not.
So then why transfer petition? Please justify that. No, the issue stands considered by the Supreme Court.
No. I expect the submission, no, it does not.
No, whether a judgment is prospective or it is retrospective can be decided by citing interpretation of statutes of so many things. There are decisions of Supreme Court. Why to go back to the
From
Supreme Court?
1930 onward.
Yes, why to go back to the Supreme Court?
Well, that's all one aspect. But when we will start, one aspect which will come in our return on, is that the entire talk of Bihar and Devesh Sharma and all will not come in MP. That will also not.
The merit part to argue.
No, the factual matters may be different. So please distinguish it.
We do that, but there is one clarification still required, as my learned friend said, that, if the process, if the application is allowed, then all these petitions become academic. I say judicial time. If not, if the sequitur is not what my learned friend is saying that, then he said, it's not an either or. If not, then the secondary, the case law and the constitutionality of it comes in, open before man. Therefore, these MAs and these TPs have been moved. I'm praying, may take it up in the next week.
No, we'll do that, but we'll make certain observations against the state's conduct.
Also, consider imposing some cost on them, Maloj. There is a lot of litigation cost the petitioners are suffering without being in job, Maloj. And respondents are in job, and that's why it's for their best benefit to delay the matter.
Again and again, he is saying that, my lord, we are
I
not
will
even
say
asking
whatever I
for an
want to, ma'am,
adjournment.
please. I will say whatever I want to, please.
Lordship,
You can,
my humble submission that
make
Lordship,
any allegations
government
against us, we are ready to argue.
state government has
They can be appointed in.
Well, it's past 4:30, so we'll convene tomorrow. But the case will be adjourned for next week with certain observations, certain stingers.
My lord, makes it that for next week.
Maloj, may consider both the state and the interveners on the same boat. Maloj, both have been obstructing to the hearing.
So it's so obvious and palpable. Because you're siding with somebody. You are siding with somebody despite being a state. You are siding with those appointees. You should not be doing it. You should argue the matter. Finish it off. Cite as 100, not 100,000 citations. 1,000 principles of interpretation, whatever. But do it. Let's see.
My lord, before my lord rises, Lord, may I request that my application is allowed only in the Nandan. It may also be allowed in Lord Vijay Kumar Dwivedi's.
Maloj, we are opposing any kind of application at this stage, Maloj.
1729 of 2020. Because I am representing the interests of that person, Lord, who is PA'd and who has been appointed in March 2023. Identical application of my learned friend Mr. Vijayal, and Lord, my own application in KC Nandan has been allowed.
So we'll take that up.
That is IA 1729 of 2020.
We'll take that up on the next hearing. We'll say so.
Would my lords consider seeking the order and no further adjournment, my lords?
Give the numbers of those.
1729.
Give, write down in the slip and give it to the reader. We'll mention in the orders. Yes. Which case?
NCRC 3344, we passed the mentioning slip also, but that today suddenly the date is showing for first step. My lord, we kindly have it for tomorrow, but it came from outside. Kindly.
No, that date must have been already given in the court slip.
It was for the date, but
In the court slip.
in court slip you mentioned that 31st, the date was showing in the status was also for 30. But suddenly since past 15-20 minutes, it's showing for first step. But I am the first perhaps assignment also voting. Tomorrow,
But I don't have the court slip. It must have been already uploaded.
NCRC number 333. Share.
Mr. Anil Khare had requested.
NCRC number 3344 of 2020.
That was not allowed, I think. I don't know. There were so many court slips.
We are apprehending the filing of the charge sheet on first on the day infrastructure. That was for the fresh.
It is listed on first. Day before.
Going for the first, but we are paying for the 31st. If the date was showing 31st, we planned accordingly. And that's why we passed the mentioning slip also for the 31st. That is the difficulty.
No. Either we grant court slips for the date that you want, or if we cannot grant it, we reject it. It cannot be that we.
It is not rejected as per my local constitution. The date is showing 31st January. This last 3 days, because prior to 25-24, we have got the defect in the matter of this.
So what is the urgency?
Against them, we are bringing the filing of charge sheet. It's a UWP.
Then what will happen?
But the petitioner will not suspend it for the presidential election. Because it's a UW matter. Because of some vindictive and political vendetta during the because the department will not be got wrapped and not implicated in.
So you think we'll stay the charge sheet filing?
but at least I will be allowed to argue with it.
99.9% we don't.
At least I will have my fair chance to put the facts before my lordship.
Will hope against hope open.
You give the code slip, fresh code slip, I'll see what can be
Yes.
done. Can be done.
For this matter, can you wait for a date and a time, because we all would be once coming and giving.
Tell us your date of convenience.
8th March. Your Thursday.
Thursday. Right.
Time to get in.
We'll say what, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock.
Prior to that, because they
3
do not
o'clock.
allow us to make submission till 45, 50. Then my lord shall get the chance as per the past.
3 o'clock will take it up.
Okay, pardon.
We preponed it by half an hour. Instead of 3:30, it will be 3 o'clock.
What time? Preventing your objection. No. We will keep quiet, then we should not be disturbed in here. Great.